Hi, everybody. Y'all bunch of fucking American gringo ass wasps or Catholics or a few Mexicans, and I see one black guy back there. Cool. I welcome all of you, men, women. Welcome. My name is rwrushing, and this is my show. Here we go. Have you ever been to France? Raise your hand if you ever been to France. Okay, well, it's a pretty big crowd. I don't see one single hand up. So I guess either you never been to France, you're too shy to raise your hand, or your arm is broken. Those are all three legit possibilities. Let me tell you everything you know about France in one short story, okay? Then you can decide, do I want to go to France or not, based on this story. So, like way back a long time ago, I used to have a corporate credit card and a gigantic expense account long time ago. I had a customer in France to go talk to, so we have all expense paid. Me and my wife at the time, so we F off to France. We fly into Paris, and day one, I go straight to this customer. It takes me about 15 minutes. I get the contract, get the check, and we're done, right? Wow. My company booked us for a week in France. The rest of the week, my wife I was like, fantastic, let's figure out Paris. I go, fantastic. So then we're kind of wandering around. One day, we are walking up and down the Champs-Élysées, kind of like the badass main street of Paris. Totally amazing. Walking up and down, and then my wife at the time was very good at, like, this is way before the internet. She had to research stuff, but she was very good at figuring out the cool places to go. She had a genius for it. So she goes, oh, this is the restaurant I got to go to. It's really cool. So we walk in there. Was it full of tourists? No. The whole place is full of Parisian French people. They all kind of stopped eating, looked at us like goddamn Americans. They go right back to eating. Everybody's happy. So get a table. Here comes the waiter. Well, every waiter in France fucking hates Americans, and God, they're a bunch of fucking dicks. But if you want to eat in France, gotta deal with this freaking waiter. So we just make a very simple, we're gonna look at the menu. How about some coffee, right? They got iced tea. They never heard of Coca-Cola. Over there, it's just either coffee or wine, and that's it. So it's like 11 a.m. So bring in some coffee. So get these menu, kind of checking out. And then here comes dick-ass waiter back. Got all those basket full of these like bread rolls. 6 of those on the table. Okay, so I check out these little bread rolls. They are sourdough white bread. I bite into it. Motherfucker. You have never in your life put something in your mouth as amazing as French white sourdough bread. My God, you put that in your mouth, your head explodes. They ain't got nothing like that in America. It's just totally different deal. So I'm like, fantastic. Oh my God. I'm like, wife, you gotta check it out. She takes one bite. She's like, oh my God. But we're total fucking American gringos, from Texas of all places. So I go to the waiter and go, hey man, where's the butter? He goes, okay, or kill. I think he says kill. That's like French for what? Something like that. Kill. I go, the butter. Kill the butter. Kill the butter. Finally, my wife goes, beer, which beurre, B-U-E-R-R-E. That's the French word for butter. Now, keep in mind, my wife at the time had taken 8 solid years of French, all the way through high school and all the way through college. Guess what? We get to France. She tries to bust out her little 8 years of French. Every time she tries to do that, these damn people all over France bust out laughing their freaking asses off like they're going to have a heart attack. As soon as she says 3 words in French, they just start laughing at her, and they right away switch to English. Guess what? They all speak perfect English, better than you and me, man. They all speak perfect English. They go, hey, you're obviously from America. How can I help? So eventually, they are sort of helpful. France, they do like tour. They fucking hate tourists, but that's where they get a lot of money. So they all speak English, like, hook me up. So anyway, sitting there, and here goes my wife. Beer, beer, beer. And the waiter's like, oh, beer, beer, beer. Well, he fucks all back to the kitchen for like 8 minutes. Okay. And meanwhile, these damn sourdough rolls are getting cold, But here he comes 8 minutes later. He's got a little platter, kind of like a tiny little platter. It's got like a freaking pound of butter on it. I swear to God, at least a pound, maybe 2 pounds. This big old honking chunk of butter. It was burr. But I go, fantastic. That'll work. So stick the butter on the sourdough. Great, great, great. Order the menu. Great, great, great. I figured out quick in France. Every restaurant got cassoulet. Kind of like a weird ass kind of combination of like chili stew, gumbo, like what do they call it back in the day? What do you call it? When I was growing up, it was called mulligan stew. That's like from the 1920s or the Depression. Mulligan stew is like, hey man, whatever you got in the kitchen, whatever's left over, kind of half rotten, chop it up, throw it in a big pot, mix it all up, and that's called cassoulet. So I'm like, I'm all about cassoulet in France. We got that in America. I never once in all my restaurants I've ever been to in America did any restaurant ever serve cassoulet. But sure enough, in France, they all got that. So I figured out like day one, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm hungry. Give me some cassoulet. I don't want your weird ass French shit. It all freaks me out. So I'm sitting there eating that cassoulet. Well, cassoulet will really make you need to go to the bathroom. Now, as a stand-up comedian, I do not like bathroom humor at all. It grosses me out. But it's my one bathroom joke. So, after eating like a gallon of steak cassoulet, I gotta look at I gotta go to the bathroom. So here's the waiter. I go, bathroom, good bathroom, good bathroom, good. And I go, and I just say, dude, I gotta take a shit. He goes, okay, right that way in perfect English. Totally true. So I walk way the fuck back, and there's, it says, what does it say? Dame, mademoiselle, something in French. I'm like, well, I guess I'm what do you call it? It's on the right, the men's room. So I walk in there. What do I find? We're talking a fancy French restaurant. Really nice, full of French people. No tourists in there at all. I walk in there. What is there in that restroom? Is there a sink with soap? No. Are there some kind of towel machine or a blow dryer? No. Okay, here you go. Is there a toilet? No. Totally true. No, there's no toilet at all in the men's room. What there is a weird hole in the floor. I swear to God, there's a hole in the floor. And I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, holy my God. And anyway, that's all you need to know about France in 8 minutes and 37 seconds. My name is rwrushing, live in South Austin. Find me online and tip your bartender.